Hey everyone, what's going on? I'ma welcome you to another video today. We spoke about dieting, a lot of different stuff, but today I want to touch on a different kind of diet which not a lot of people are really using, and I think it's a very simple way to lose weight effective and very fast. And I don't know if you maybe heard about it. It is called carb cycling. So we cycle carbohydrates. Depending on your day, you're having multiple carbohydrate meals or just one or none. So it's actually pretty simple and it's very easy adjustable, and you can fit it into your day super simple. So that's actually very cool. How does it even work? The logic comes with working out. So whenever you're working out, for example, you have a training plan, and let's say you go to the gym, and then one day you work out your chest, one workout is back, and one workout is legs, for example. So the biggest muscle group is legs, of course, and therefore you need the most fuel. And therefore on this day you will have many carb meals, or the most carbs. Then we have the back, which is a bigger muscle than the chest, and therefore you get less carbs than on leg day and more carbs than on chest day. Then we have, for example, the chest workout. On the day where you're working out chest, you have the least carbohydrates out of these 3 working days. And then you have rest days, for example. On rest days, as it says rest day, let's say you're not working out, therefore you're not needing as much calories. On these days, your carbohydrates will be just 1 meal, for example. So I easily do that in 3 meals with carbs, or just 2 meals, or just 1 meal, right? And therefore you can switch it up and see what works best. And also, of course, it's not only about how many meals, but also how much carbohydrates you're getting in 1 meal. Therefore, let's break it down. How would that look like? Let's say you work out 3 times a week, and on these working days you are cycling higher carbs. Let's say we have 3 days. On one day is the low carb day, you have 1 meal of carbs, and in the other meals you don't eat carbs, like you're having veggies or things like that, but they're very low in carbs, and 1 meal is high in carbs. Then we have day 2, which is 2 carb meals a day. There you have 2 meals which are high in carbs, and 1 meal which is almost no carbs. And we have day 3, which is 3 meals with carbs, and therefore 3 meals with high carb intake. How to break it down that we all understand that and can use that in our daily routine. So we have the non-exercise days. For example, 4 days a week you're not exercising, and on these days you have a low carb day, which means you have only 1 carb meal per day. And now I would just check how your daily routine is like. What I would do is, when I've slept and I feel very empty, I would have my carb meal in the morning, which also gives me fuel for the whole day, right? But it's personal preference. You can do the meal in the afternoon, for example for lunch, but you can also do it for the dinner, whatever you feel like best and what your routine consists of. When you start working and all that stuff, when you feel tired, when do you need energy. So it's really based on you, but it's just on the days you're not working out, it is just 1 carb meal. Then we have the 3 days you're working out. As I said, you split it up in the bigger groups and smaller groups. If you do a full body workout, I would advise you to have the high carb day, the 3 meals just on this day. If you have just a smaller group, like you're training chest or you're training back, then I would advise you to have 2 meals. But when you're working out, you need to have at least 2 carb meals. And if you have a longer or bigger workout, take the 3 meals. Like when you're carb cycling, just use the 3 carb meal day just on 1 day a week. 1 day a week, then you have 2 or 3 days a week where you have the mid with 2 carb meals, and the rest just 1 meal. So it's actually simple. So once a week you use the high carb day, which means 3 carb meals, and then twice or 3 times a week you can use the 2 carb meals a day when you're working out, and on the days you're resting you use the 1 carb meal day. So So therefore you start cycling and your body is not adapting. So which means your body is in constant change, and therefore you're gonna lose fat pretty fast because the body doesn't really know what's happening, right? Because you're changing up the meals, the carbs. It's actually, in the beginning it's a little bit different because your body's getting like, just your body feels that something is changing and there's something different going on, but it's actually very good because you will see results pretty fast. And this is also a very nice change to the normal diet, which, for example, if you're doing a balanced diet and you're having this every day, the same thing, it's very nice, and you can switch it up and see how you feel, because then you base your nutrition on your daily activity level. If you're working out, you have more. If you don't work out, you have less. So it's actually very nice to change and see how your body reacts to that. If you have questions to this method, leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share it with everyone who might need some help. That's it for now. We'll see us in the next video.